Oh my goodness, that was close.
Sell her my soul tonight. Don't say how much you can. If you think I look okay, see me the next day.
There we are.
Can't you realize I see you through the disguise? Every move you make, I'll be standing here while observing you. Won't you feel okay? Tell her my soul tonight. Don't say how much you kind. If you think I look okay, see me the next day. Can't you realize I see you through your disguise? Every move you make, I'm standing here while observing you. Won't you feel okay? Washed up and feeling moody. The onus is on you.
And enjoy the wonderful
feeling's just electrifying, making your own way busted. Why can't you understand me? Just look and see
right,
who
everyone's got 5 minutes. Get yourself a coffee.
Tell her my soul tonight. Don't say how much you can. If you think I look okay, see me the next day. Can't you realize I see you through your disguise? Every move you make, I'll be standing here while observing you. Won't you feel okay? To find if it stinks like vomit there, avoid it like a plague. In the devil's eyes, would he give me bad advice? Every move he fakes, I'll be damn glad I punch a Lucifer. He'd probably make me stay. Yes.
Oh, excellent. Everyone's taking all the comments with it. Excellent. There, Mandy's there. I'll give one more track, okay? Because it was a bit messed up. So, welcome to Riverdale, Frodo. Am I Frodo now? Am I? Legolas is saying Frodo. Am I the ring? Oh, Arnie said welcome. Darren, hello, Darren. Yes, I have got your message on the meeting. Thank you very much. So I haven't responded yet. I am going.
Such a bad man's town. Train stations shaking on the railroad tracks. There are no good ways, no base for
working so hard for the all week. Thank you, Patricia. Oh, wonderful.
Burning like hell. Hey,
I'll talk about that in a minute. Books I thought wouldn't be out till next year. I'm going to send it out the next month or so. Anyway. That's all good.
There are guest fires burning like hell.
One person,
hey,
special thanks.
What am I going to do?
Come on. Yeah, he was.
I can hear them coming. Street cars wait for you. What am I going to do?
No, don't do that.
There's a guy in the girl.
Now I've ruined it.
You can tell. Even in
I know what it was. Sorry
Yeah,
about
the
that.
steep canyon.
That's what it
I am going down.
This is like disable that cloud ride.
They told me they never set that even break.
Everything is backed up on the internet. It's supposed to be helping various things. I think it also goes back
I let go of frustration on the fast line today, and I ain't giving up.
The music's loud. Well, I can't hear you on. The music's so loud I can't hear.
I need a bit help, and I'm gonna get it now.
Oh, I know rubbish jokes. Hang on, yeah, the music
See
is a bit
me
loud.
all the way.
Come on, computer. Yeah. Hopefully that's now paused the music. If another track starts, I'll have to do my oh, what's the name? Peter What's It from The Who. Oh, I just paused it and the whole music plays disappeared. Wow, how weird was that? Anyway, everybody, it's 8:05, so hopefully everyone who wants to be here has now got a chance to be here. If anyone's a little bit late, had a few teething problems, there we go. It's been such a busy and exciting week. I hope everyone else has enjoyed it. Is the comments still coming up? Because they've disappeared off my screen. I hate it when that happens.
That's because you're on OBS.
Okay, alright. Okay, good evening everyone. Monica, good evening. Here at the beginning, I'm going to have another go at Tog Derry. Hi from Usgood Wuthgwyn. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Alan Reese, Arnie Presents. Who else we got? Darren, yes. Can you see now, though? Yes. Is that Baron Blackett playing guitar? Yes, it is, Monica. It is Baron Blackett playing his Gibson electric guitar, which he is very proud. And I do have a little sneaky, a rare interview with Baron Blackett, because he's very conscious of not speaking. And, he avoids the camera. And a lot of people think it's just Alan Wilson, but it's not. It's very much a two-person thing. He just doesn't like talking. Monica, I was once a heavy metal singer. Monica, please share some pictures with us, okay? Bring up, we'll email her. I'll put her on the show next week. Monica in heavy metal. The first time I saw Monica, just so everyone knows, I don't know if you remember this, Monica, is a couple of years ago, and you had made yourself, I think you handmade it, some authentic old Cymru clothing, the full gear. It looked absolutely amazing. So if your heavy metal gear is anything like that, we'd love to see some pictures. I still get this massive blinking lag now. So Monica's just replied about the Gibson. And then I have to wait and wait and wait. Oh, I've got to get that back down again. It's so much more fun when we can chat to each other. All right, well, we got 40 people on already. That's brilliant. And I think it's more than that, actually. The count has to catch up. Right, now we got so much to cover this week. Now, we'll leave enough time for the chat. Because here's the new Trojan War book behind you. Well spotted, Jarden. Yes. All right, let's go straight in. So I've got this pile of books here, which that rather cool piece of Britain's hidden history branding is blocking. Hey, but that stupid little square there, we can't see the books. This is sort of this week's reading list a bit. All right, not really, not all of it. I just want to go through this, because what I want to show you was, first of all, here is... Ta-da! For those who didn't see the video, this is Trojan War. This is the proof copy. So what I do is I send it off to get printed from the PDF. They send me one back. And once you get it in your hands, you can really have a good feel of it. I'd think, oh, well, that's a bit big, or that needs moving. I know it's... so any feedback on the front cover? Now's your last chance. If you want to put some comments here or send me an email, because I'm going to send it back to the printers on Tuesday or Wednesday. So you have to be quick if you want to say anything. And, well, that's the front. I think you know the back stuff, which I'm very pleased with. I've written some nice blurb. Because the big thing about this book, just to emphasise, and it's most of the book, the first 300 pages, is actually about British history. And there's a piece in there we're going to draw on to this evening, when I get to the end and do a chat. Because there is a list, the genealogy of the ancient British kings, which some of you might be aware of. I'm now slightly aware of it, but I wasn't before. And what we have is the Kings of Britain. And where this gets interesting, we go right back to, 500 BC is where Alan Wilson and Blackett take us back to. So we can see the first kings who settled, which also ties in with where I was yesterday, which is coming up in a second. And what I also want to bring in, slightly controversial with everything that's going on in the world, and particularly, the world, everywhere, just as difficult in Germany. And yeah, another reprint, thank you, Monica, yes, is that about laws, rights to travel, things like that, going back to Mulmutian laws, controversial. Right, Rhythmistic, hi Ross, I noticed you mentioned various sites thought to be linked with Joseph of Arimathea, but Arimathea is not in Galilee. I read somewhere it was Jesus who was called a Galilean. Quite possibly. I don't know about that. I just think the name Ilid is why I refer to Galilee. I'm not quite sure why he was called Ilid. One proposal, I try to remember exactly how Stephen Pidgeon described it. I thought it was to Galilee, given Ilid. But also Ilid could just mean foreigner, apparently. So I'm not too sure. But I think the point you're making is an interesting one. Hey, what if Jesus was Ilid? I think that might be what we're trying to say, which is pretty funky. Looks good, Ross, getting some feedback. Orange to be a favourite colour. Yeah, don't get any conspiracy ideas on this. I'll just jump straight. I'm going to talk about the colour, because if you look, I hope this comes out in the camera. The idea was, you see, from ancient times, Moses is really the most ancient, although, thanks to the help of Patricia Gilchrist, we now have a book even more ancient than this one, which deals with the birth of religions, the first ever religions, and also the purpose of the pyramids, and also some clues as to where the pyramid treasure would be. All that kind of stuff. It's really good, which is actually more ancient than the Moses one. Because if you look at the colour scheme, the original plan was, you see, that the new book will now have to be... so much to talk about tonight. The new book will have to be red, because then the idea is it's red, orange, yellow, going through the spectrum, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. So the whole thing, they're all the same size, obviously some are thicker and thinner, hieroglyphics sandwiched in there, but the whole idea is then to look lovely on the shelf, that kind of nice kaleidoscope of colours. But recently, since I started doing these, the rainbow or kaleidoscope of colours has been appropriated for political purposes. Restrain yourself, Ross. We're not doing any politics on the show. No politics on the show. But let's just say I'm less excited about using the rainbow for the whole thing now. Think of that which you will. But the original plan was the very ancient books, red, orange, yellow, which is most of the really ancient ones, about 4. And then got a couple of new books. I haven't got my list in front of me. But the next era then would be Arthur the First, Romans, or the myth of there being a Roman Britain, the early British kings. So that would kind of go red, orange, yellow into the greens. And then the blues would really be into Arthur II and what they call the Dark Ages. Well, it's not dark as we know now. And then we go through indigos, violets, because Robert Shaw, I hope he's watching this evening, he normally has his family duties on Sunday evening and catches up later. Rob and his partner Jane, your friend Jane, are producing an amazing book, which the main focus is 17th century, and that's called Architecture of Empire. Yes. And it's showing how a lot of the ancient occultic ideas shine through into the city of London, and how the Great Fire of London was orchestrated along with the plague, the famine and the war. 4 Rides of the Apocalypse. That book is awesome. It's so exciting. I love being involved as editor on that one. It's fantastic. So that would, you see, because that's 17th century, it's very recent, that would be up on the blue-purple end. And then if I ever reprinted the big black books, as we call them, Walking, Glamorgan and Gwent, and Glamorgan, Land of Charters, then that would be the black books on the end. And you have a nice sweep of colours, because there's lots of others to fit in with there. Oh, and there's another one, of course. As soon as you have these plans, everything gets messed up. Because the other book, which is going to be out in the next, it should be on pre-order in about 2 or 3 weeks. It's all done. I just need to do it. The cover needs redoing. We're going to rethink on the cover because that one needs to fit in. That is, just so you know, set 6. I think it's 36 BC, but it's about 650 BC. So it's about the same time as Trojan War. And it's a story of an Egyptian sailor who goes around the world. You might have picked up clues about this in some of the Wilson and Blackett books. He goes all the way around the world in the 630s. It's amazing. I'm going to do, might even do it next week on the live feed, all right, to tell you about the story. So I have the fun of illustrating that, showing how the journey goes down through the Red Sea from Egypt, how it ties in with Homer's Odyssey. This is basically Homer, or Messigenes, his proper name, has stolen this, or copied this old Egyptian story, changed some of the characters to seem Greek to appeal to his audience. And I know there's other plays, and Vince Burke has been doing a lot of work on this. And what we're going to do then is look at, you follow the journey all the way around the world. It's mind-blowing. And if you read Odyssey, and what I would recommend to people to do, if you're looking for something to listen to, something different, what I did was, rather than read the whole book again, I went online on YouTube and I found, it's actually, I think it's Alec Guinness reading it. So it's like listening to Obi-Wan Kenobi reading the story, and it was very good, you know. So I listened to the whole of, what do you think my Obi-Wan impression on? It's a 24-second delay. It's coming through now. I think he's over-impressed. You're a big Star Wars fan. Then Odysseus went across and said this. It's very much like that. I enjoyed it. And yeah, the whole story fits in. So that's going to have to slot in there as well. So yeah, whoever made, I think it's Jada made the comment, a lot of orange. There's going to be a lot of orange because you got to fit in the Pyramids book and the Round the World Odyssey book. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books just in the very ancient period. And who knows how many more it will stimulate or provoke. So I was going to put a little secret message across there with a little bit in each book, but the orders are all over the place. That would have been a really good secret message, because then you'd have had to work out, jumble them around and things. So that's the reason for the colours. This is great. Like I said, last chance of pre-order, because it is going to print probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. Usually they do it in a week. Allow 10 days. So the weekend after next, the books, by the time I speak to you, not next broadcast, but the one after, the books will be in the post. And you should have them for the Monday morning. Alright? All going well. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I think that was all I wanted to say about that. That was exciting. Right, get on my long list of things. Now I'll rush through this because the ancient kings and the Malmutian laws and stuff is really interesting. Is that the inspiration for the Odyssey? I know you said this a while ago, and I have answered, yes, it is. It's probably all risked, and Arnie's putting in The Revenge of the Sith is the best film ever. Now, it might really boost the YouTube standings, but the idea of this broadcast is not to talk about Star Wars films. The Star Wars. Oh, one slight aside. When I went to see Wilson and Blackett, it was a couple of years ago now, I got so excited because he says to me, I've got the book, The Real Star Wars. I've written a book called The Real Star Wars. I was like, wow, this is great. I'm so excited. This is brilliant. This will be huge. Yeah, there it is. Folder notes. Oh, brilliant. Because what I was thinking is, Rob Bevans, I haven't seen you log in yet. Rob and Zoe. I'm sure you'll be on in a minute. You never miss. But they, as Rob, this is a piece of research. If someone else can pick up on this and help, it would be great. Because what Rob discovered was there was an ancient British king who had his hand cut off and a false hand made. And in one of the museums, if someone can fill in the details, that would be great. You get a golden hand was made from a metal hand. Was it silver? Now, this idea was stolen, I believe, in the Orlando Bloom film, where it's called, he goes to Jerusalem, he's a blacksmith who's suddenly this great knight and all that kind of stuff, and the hand and all that. It's actually an ancient British story. Now, if you notice on Lord of the Rings, they're always getting their hands chopped off. And there's a few other things from Lord of the Rings which actually tie in with British history. Obviously, the way Yoda talks. You know, good boy you are. Ah, Jedi you want to be. It's Welsh syntax. So, hey, who knows? The world's weird. So I thought, if Alan's nailed this, my boys are going to be so chuffed if I come up with a Star Wars expose. Anyway, unfortunately, the notes were basically the notes for Moses in the Hieroglyphs. That was the original, or Ark of the Covenant, one of the books anyway. It was an original working title. There you go. So sorry, I built you all up. But anyway, I would like to know, there's lots more with the Star Wars thing, and the Druids, and the Jedi, all that kind of thing. I'd love to spend more time looking into it. Maybe Arnie or someone will have a look at some point. Right, come on, Ross, crack on. This is good stuff, though. It's all good. Right, I also want to thank Michael Tomberlin. I'm sure he's on. He's great. Never misses or anything. And he was wonderful, because I think I already showed you. It's back on the shelf. Hang on a second to find the place. There it is. It's a bit small, so I didn't want to lose it. Did I mention this last week? I don't know, but I know I said it somewhere, but I'm going to make sure of it. Here's there. Michael managed to find me a copy of this 1688 dictionary. Very excited. It's brilliant. Great condition. Better than I expected it. So thank you very much for that. And he also gave me 2 books I'd like people to have a think about. Bum, bum, bum. I like to get some conversation going. I mentioned this on the Facebook feed, on the group. But does anyone know much about moon astrology? What's wrong with my brain tonight? Lunar astrology. So it's lunar is just a French word for moon, isn't it? Lunar astrology. Okay. Getting some good feedback there. Oh, hang on a second. There's someone in the Irish legend. Thank you, Rayada Desjardins. Sorry if I got that wrong. Rayada Desjardins, I think. It sounds, this is talking about the hand being cut off again, sounds like Nuada in Tuatha De Danann, the Irish legend. He lost his hand in battle. Oh, there we go. Could be where George Martin gets the concept for Jaime Lannister's golden hand. See, I gave up on Game of Thrones after the first couple of series. I remember reading the books, and they were big old books. And I'm thinking, where's the dragons? What's going on? And then I think my wife Angie, who's devours books, an amazing reader, said, no, there's like 5 more books to go yet. And I was like, no, it's all right. I'd rather learn about the real history than spend 7 big, thick books reading about some nonsense that seems to run in circles. But thank you. I'm sure I'm the same trying to watch even trying to binge watch the series. Every time you seem to get near to an end, everyone died and start again. Or you wipe out. Do you ever play Risk, that game as a child? You have little armies and you move them around, you try and dominate the world, and every time someone gets close to winning, everyone just gangs up and you never win. It felt like that. Anyway, sorry. Achavi. Achavi. Celtic. Oh, was someone saying Celtic? Right, sorry, anyway. Oh, yeah, the word Celtic. Yeah, we're trying to avoid the Celtic word. Thank you, Alan. I have to waffle now and again to give the comments a chance to catch up. Yes, lunar astrology or Cymric, British, even Irish astrology, but please, we're not Celtic. The Celts lived in southern France, although I was sent a map of Italian tribes, and it might be on one of the ones I've saved to show you in a minute. Etrusca were just south of the Celtic. They're actually in northern Italy, not even in France. That's where the Celts were, not in Britain. All right? There we go. I can hear Arnie typing away. I know what's going on there. Okay, so thank you very much. Michael gave me this as well. So it was like Christmas. It's another month to my birthday, and I felt like it had come early. Because also, let's get this the right way around, because it's raining books this week. Ancient Knowledge. If anyone's read this, it's an interesting theory. You can see I've taken a chunk out. And again, perfect timing, because I'm putting together my theory on how the Great Flood happened all over the world. I didn't want to have it ready for this week. Sorry about that. I need to put some cool video together and things. I think it's a great breakthrough. Everyone goes, oh yeah, probably not. Anyway, so I don't oversell it. But this is really cool. This guy, George Curtis, If anyone knows him or can contact him, I think he'd be a good one to talk to. Meant to have him on there. Meant to have someone on this week for an interview. Couldn't do it in time. Very busy week. But he is going to be coming on next week. So I will announce during the week. Not to embarrass that person in case we can't do it. Tim Lewis lent me this book by Chris Barber. Has anyone read this one? I have to say, so far, I'm a bit frustrated by the book. I'd like to get in touch with Chris Barber, have a chat with him. He used to work, if you don't know Chris Barber, he's written a lot of Arthurian historical books, and he used to actually work with Wilson and Blackett. If you get books like Arturius Rex Discovered, you will see his pictures in there and his contributions, and he gets thank yous and all that kind of stuff. And I would love to know exactly what happened, because this book, suddenly, it's like Wilson and Blackett never existed. Background again, the book before it was In Search of Avalon, where they put forward a theory of Arthur being buried on Barnsley Island, which is a great book. Didn't agree with all of it, but that's all right, you know. I mean, I don't know. They could be right, whatever, but they disagreed with Wilson and Blackett, I should say. But that was fine because, you know, they gave some references and they discussed the points and why they differed. This one, it's like Wilson and Blackett never existed. So I don't know if they avoided them because the name is too toxic or fallout or just claiming credit. I don't know. And also, a big chunk of this book is all about what the Romans did and what the Normans did. And then rubbishing Welsh history. And Gwenffion Evans gets, like, he explained why this is rubbish and that's rubbish. I'm only halfway through, but there we are. That was a bit of a surprise. Disappointment. And for those following the star maps and the mounds and how they fit in with as above, so below, we're getting some good leads on that one. And I've got Rob Evans' book here, which I'm looking through. This is massive. If you got this, lucky you, because I think it's an expensive book. And it's just got loads of maps from different ancient civilizations. And I think it's probably more information than I'll ever be able to read. But I'm going to have a good look at it. And this one might confuse you in my reading list. What's the Caped Crusader doing there? The Dark Knight. The graphic novel. Da-na-na. Well, what I want to do was get some comments back, people. Is there some ideas about doing Arthur II as a graphic novel. This kind of style. Now, hopefully better than this. There we are, that kind of thing. I don't think it'll be colour, but I guess for a graphic cartoon. Do you think that would appeal to young people? My boys seem to quite like the idea. Would grown-ups buy it? Do you think it'd be a good Christmas present? Could be a lot of work, so I'd like to have some feedback first. I've broken down, hopefully dealing with Rob on this one. Rob Shaw again. He's a great writer. Very exciting writer. I'm going to put some real historical in it, but a little bit of... Yeah, see, I don't want to lose the credibility of historical, but some mystical ideas and some excitement. Keep the light shining. Sorry, comments was rushing through suddenly. But yes, I want to draw this. I've worked out I think Arthur II story is there's so much in it. It's so huge. That's going to need 6 volumes. Yeah, like Star Wars again. I keep mentioning Star Wars, don't I? So we start on part 4, and that'll be book 1. So thank you very much, Michael Tombley, anyway, for the books and visiting. Lovely to see you. You need to comment more. You know your stuff. So anybody, just please want to comment, right? This wasn't referring to Michael, by the way. This is not him at all, actually, because other people have contacted me. Because I say we've now got over 1,000 members on the Facebook group. 1,000 members. And just so you know, a lot of these groups with thousands and thousands of members just sign people in, all right? We can... sorry. Oh. Arnie's put the theme music. I just seen it come up. No, Batman. Thanks, Arn. Oh, yeah, people... Oh, dunno... All right, okay, that's it. Dunno, Arthur. Yeah, okay, right, that's it. Show's finished now, disrupted completely. Not having been in school for a few months, he's going to disrupt the class here instead. Right, oh yeah. The next book ready. So anyway, so the Odyssey book's ready, just about. Well, it is ready. I just need to finish doing some illustrations, which I've more or less done. I'm going to show some illustrations. Why not? Why not? Why not indeed? Why not? my illustrations book. I'm be a bit self-indulgent. There we go. Can you put that somewhere safe, please? Try out some water for my painting. I wouldn't drink that. So somebody doing hand drawing some of the maps. That's just a backdrop. Then this is to do with the Odyssey. Setting off down the Red Sea to give you an idea. And then coming across and smashing up this city here in northern India or Pakistan. And down there, and then we go across through. Look at a sneak preview here, folks. There we go. It's very exciting. Through, and the people who eat, the headhunters, the cannibals in Borneo, all around there. One of the reasons I want to mention this, because I'd like to get it in the book, if someone could get me in touch. I've tried now 4 different ways. Is anyone aware of the Australian hieroglyphs? I haven't got anything ready for it, prepared. Search for it. You'll find there's various people, and there's a guy called Steve Strong. He talks like that, and he's very aggressive, and he's deciphered them all, and I'd love to send him a copy of Cymroglyphics and say, hey, give this a go, mate. This might help. And not only that, Wilson and Blackett have got a pretty good idea how the hieroglyphs got to Australia. It's all down to this guy, Ben, you'll find out the name in the book. Anyway, goes from there, and then the scary folk are the New Zealanders. The Maoris, they're the big scary folk, okay? It's the Maoris, giving it large on the beach. And so there's all that kind of stuff going on. I got the pictures then for Rob's book, which I can't really share those. It's up to him to let me know when I can share those. But I think a lot of you have already seen Arthur appearing. So this is the sketches I'm doing for the videos, and then it's going to come into hopefully the graphic novel, something like that maybe. Where's the one of them going through the? And I've been doing loads and loads and loads. A sneak preview. There's a young Arthur talking with someone on the battlements. I can't see, you can. Saxons with the armies behind. I know, all sorts of drawings. I don't know if you can see them or not even, because of the lag. There's loads. Anyway, battles, and there's an army approaching one of the hill forts. So, I don't know, maybe that kind of style, but a bit more shading and darkness, and I think you've seen this one on the trailer and stuff. So there's lots of this kind of thing going on, okay? Landscapes, yeah. As you'll see this one. This is coming up. I'll have this posted next week. This that's going to be old King Tudrig talking to his peasants and his young and old people before they go and make the heroic stand against the army that is fleeing from Myrig, yeah? So that's where you get Mather and all that kind of thing. So many pictures here, and I messed it up. I'll put it all back later. What I wanted to find you is a picture of going through the straits of, what do you call it? South America. That's what I was trying to get to. Round there. And there's a place called Tierra del Fuego. And if you look in Homer's Odyssey, you will see they talk about the place of fire. Well, that's Tierra del Fuego, right? Island of Fire, so. It's all stuff like that. It's brilliant. Wilson and Blackett at their best, and it's brand new. Right, that's my quiz question for later. Keep that there. Got 2 quiz questions. I haven't forgotten. I will give you the answer this week. I'd love to give you the pictures from Rob's book. You're going to have to wait for those. Check with Rob, it's okay. I'm sure he'll be fine with it, but it gives you something to look at next week. Right, so lots of books coming out. They're all coming out. Suddenly it's like a rush. Alright, okay, just do a quick... let's see, is the screen share gonna work? Right, hang on. Yes, it's working. Alright, so ignore that thing I just showed you there. Okay. Wow, we got so much in now. Zoe just messaged me, so they are online, I guess. I don't know. I got loads of messages and things. Anyway, it's going to go through some of the wonderful stuff that came up this week. Right, the Troys, I think we covered that last week, actually. This is a stone which I mentioned. Thank you for this information. Because this comes... Who sent me this? I've written down who sent me everything. I do like to give thanks where it's due. Yeah, Adrian Price. Again, Adrian. He always says he's not into all this stuff, and yet he's a regular contributor. And it's okay, we disagree on everything, we're still good friends. Which I rather like. We're both contrarians. So that's the only thing we have in common. We both disagree a lot. So anyway, the idea is, this is a head which is in Caerwent, Ventus Silurium in 1903. Caerwent Exploration Fund? Oh yeah, okay. What? The left eye's been blinded. I'm not sure how this all ties in. I haven't really looked into the Odin connections and all that. What I was more interested in was the fact that they found, as mentioned in the archaeology book I used last week, in Search of the Silurians in southeast Wales, that the religion was shown to exist at maybe 500 BC, all the way up to the Roman period, through the Roman period, and continued after the Romans, and somehow it's Roman, even though it was hundreds of years before and after the Roman period. It was just a great example of what we have to live with. What can you do, eh? But also, another thing is, I am going to mention this now. This is a bit of a big one. I was going to do a special video about. I think I just want to mention it. One of the plans, possibly the biggest thing that's going to happen maybe this year. Let's hope for this year, okay? I don't know how the lockdown's going to affect things. But very much looking to set up a charitable foundation for Wilson and Blackett's work and the other stuff that we bring together as a group, okay? It's not meant to be about me, this. It's about the work, and it's about Wilson and Blackett's work. And it's about bringing this British history together, not just Welsh, English history, Scottish, Irish, all together, into a place where it can be freely accessed as a research tool for anybody who wants to go to it. I'm already trying to do this off my own bat, if you like, with lots of help from other people, but we do need more funding to do this, okay? And I'll give you an example of some of the things we set up. This, you might not be aware of this. Please go and have a look and use it. It's Brit Hidden History. Not British, because they did too many letters. BritHiddenHistory.boards/net. And here you have loads and loads of forums. So look at these headings, not very easy to read. So you might look at Roman era Britain, for examples. Romans in Britain or not. Let's have a look. It's probably going to be really laggy now. There we are. So who was Commodus Britannicus? And I want to give a special thank you to Peter Smith, although I wrote this one, and Monica. Thank you, Monica, as well. There we are. That goes back a year ago. Almost a year ago this has been running now. There we are. That's from Monica. Okay. I just happened to catch my eye. Let's have a look. There you are. There's something by me talking about this coin. Blah, blah, blah. And the family tree. Go away. Disable ad blocker. No. See, they got me now. How do I get rid of you? How annoying is that, eh? Okay. So what I was this kind of stuff you get, the forum's full of it. Because what you find with Facebook is you have a really interesting conversation and a discussion, and then it gets down and down and down off the bottom of the page. And especially now we're over 1,000 members, it gets very busy quite quickly, and stuff just zoops off the bottom. And you try and find it, because I've done it many times. So the idea is, if you're in your own research, or say you're in one of those lovely Facebook chats we end up having with people who think the whole thing's rubbish and you want some information or reference, instead of saying, hey, I know where this is, or trawling through Facebook, you got people like Monica, Peter, myself, people who know this stuff contributing. And please, if you want to contribute, that's great as well. And here you can see things like, here's the reference, here's the page. So, for example, when they find coins for Commodus Britannicus, you can see here he's actually one of the British kings, all right? He's got a link back to Claudius, whose daughter Janissa was married into Ariovargus. And you get this weird situation now, okay? Because Gwairedd may be the original St. George, marries Voda, and they have a daughter. So effectively the half-brother and half-sister married each other. Anyway, this is how it worked. Got to keep it in the family, as they say. And there's... Anyway, I've gone off on this. The whole point was to show you the forum anyway. It's packed with stuff. And Peter Smith, in particular, has done an enormous amount of work. So that's the kind of stuff. And if we can set up a proper charitable foundation... So I've gone through all the legal side of it. Draft constitution's almost done. Put something together. Maybe get some funding and apply for lottery funding. All that kind of stuff. And have a proper foundation. So we'd have something bigger than all of us and something that we can look forward to or, leave, whatever. You know what I mean. So that's good stuff. All right, we've done that one. Just quickly, I'm going to have to rush through now because, oh my goodness, it's 22 already? Oh, it's been good, wasn't it? Right, this is, someone sent this picture and I liked it because you can see it from Manedinas, which is where I went yesterday. And I can still walk today. I'm not in agony. And it was on my step thing, it's on my phone, it said 13,500 steps. And they're up and down hill steps. They count double. So that's 27,000 steps, all right? And I feel fine. And I want to make a point here. Walking up hills is the best exercise you can do. If you're a youngster, great. Run around, play rugby, play football, all the things I used to love. You can't beat that, right? If you're a certain body type, go to the gym. I used to like bodybuilding and martial arts, all that, and boxing, all those things. I don't like doing that anymore. I find too much stress on my body, and also getting hit hurts. Don't like that either. But anyway, so obviously I still look incredible, but I don't actually do any weights or anything anymore. But I find the walking up and down hills and that is a whole body workout. You think it's just your legs. No. Your whole body gets the workout. See, I can't see the comments now, and Arnie's tapping away, so I dread to think. He's going to be sledging me in the background now. So anyway, I was going to say, and I met Hugh a while back, and Mike from Pontyclean. I want to speak to you again. As you know, I won't go through all the things that happened, but my mother passed away basically the day after we met, so I haven't been in touch again. I want to go up for another walk. He introduced me to someone who's 80 years old and was galloping up the hills and he looked 50. He looked amazing, right? And yesterday again, I met for the first time Bob Morgan. I don't know how old Bob is, but he's been involved looking at these digs and stuff since the 70s. So, he's, whatever he is, 60s, 70s, well, I don't know, he looks so young and fit and healthy. And you live a long time, and walking is crucial. It breaks my heart that Alan Wilson and Baron Blackett have gone for this blinking stay in the house shielding thing, because the one thing he needs to do is walk and walk and walk and walk. Anyway, just upset me if I think about that too much. Let's get out there. But Bob very kindly sent some pictures. Oh, hang on. First pictures first. Why is he only giving me one picture? Yeah, hang on. My PowerPoint licensing thing didn't work. So there we are. We also got Bob, who's kind of this side of the camera. This is where we were yesterday. Up on the top of Manedinas. We're not quite the very top. And this is really annoying because Bob Morgan is brilliant, right? New member of the group. Knows so much stuff. He's going to be a lot more of the trips. He knows archaeology and technical, all this. If we don't know, this is Legolas here. Robert Pierce in the crowd. Lego, I'm starting to call him for short now. Not because he falls to pieces. I just thought of that because he falls to pieces. No, it's short for Legolas, not because he falls to pieces. Well, no, but we got like 5 Roberts. And one day last week, I had 4 ring me in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4 Roberts in a row. So he's going to be Lego because he falls. There's Tim, Steve, who's been on a few walks with me. I need to put some videos up with Steve. He's the one who took me up to the Warrior, Blethiad, which I think I've lost the video for. And I have to go up again. There's me, of course. And this is Ruth, who's Tim's partner there. And Bob's the other side of the camera. Just share some of these. Lego. That's it now. You are Lego, mate. You've had it. There's me and Tim. I love that picture because Tim and I go on a lot of walks together. During the week as well. We did another one this week to another mound up by Man of the Gaia. So I'll tell you all about that soon enough. Hey, by the way, tip for doing this, don't wear the short socks like me and Tim are doing here. I can see one of those old men, and Prince Charles with his kilt wears long socks, protects your cars. Mine are ripped to shreds. And I've got great video footage from a few days ago following Tim, and the blood is oozing off his legs and splashing up onto his trousers. Oh, we shed blood for this, okay? So please help get it going. Oh yeah, I've got to mention Mark. Mark, thank you very much indeed. He's been out pushing hard for YouTube subscribers. We got to get to 1,000, all right? We're almost up to 800. Please, if everybody watching this can get 1 or 2 people to subscribe. Obviously, I want everyone to watch the videos, but even if they don't watch the videos, just subscribe. We need to get to 1,000. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, you can turn all features on, and it comes on the search engines, and this can really grow, okay? So please, everyone, try and get 1 or 2 friends or family and just push them into it. We'll soon be over 1,000. Mark's been doing that. He's done a great job. All right, so this is the trig point. Now, yeah, why this is annoying, okay, is because we are standing on an ancient burial mound that Bob Morgan shown on the old maps and that. We knew there's a few up here, okay? This is an important one. And the name, well, it means cannot be seen. I'll go through all this in the video, but the reason I'm thinking annoyed about it is that trig point has been put slap bang in the middle of a burial mound, which is sacrilegious, right? We think the burial mound's actually been reduced as well, maybe destroyed, dug, whatever, and this has been put on. Now my reaction was, oh well, that's the way it goes, because they always put the trig points on the highest point on the hill, okay? What else can you do? It's going to happen. No! You can almost see it here on the picture behind me. It goes up. It goes up quite a bit, and it's obvious. It's not optical illusion. This is not the highest point. They put it on the burial mound for no good reason. And it's other things as well, which Bob was telling us about. Old archaeological digs up here, where the information's never come to light, all that kind of stuff. It's getting worse and worse than we thought, all right? But anyway, I don't want to get into all that right now. Let's look. I love this. Steve, man, it's heroic, isn't it? I can't make out... glorious. I think they're photoshopping him into a little Roman tunic or something, you know? Like some emperor. Steve's the funniest man you will ever meet. You'll love that. Hey, look at that. His heroic pose of me. I like Bob's photography. It makes me look good. Always a good idea. There we are. Let's go on behind the scenes. So you'll see this in the video. There's Lego reading from the book. See, it's stuck already, that Lego, isn't it? That's it. He's had it now. All right. Lego Star Wars is God's greatest gift to man. Oh, there you go, Rob. So you should be pleased to be called Lego. Okay, there's loads of comments. You could get someone else to colour. Yeah, if someone's any good at doing colouring or inking, I think they call it in the trade, isn't it? For the cartoon book. Hey, I'm open to help, right? Sorry, thank you there. Sorry, who was that comment there? A Heart. Please, 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 please. Anybody wants to get involved in these projects, just email me and say you want to get involved. If you want to write the book, I have got 4 or 5 outlines of books ready for someone to write them, okay? Now, I know people are very nervous. They're always thinking, oh, I don't want to take the food off your plate, Ross, you know, tread on anyone's toes. As I keep saying to anybody who gets in touch with me, don't think of this work of Wilson and Blackett's and the Welsh history and all that as being a bowl that I am quietly sipping out of and you are taking the food off my plate. No, it's a massive, massive, massive tank, like a massive barrel, and I'm sitting in it drowning, okay? And if you could take a few buckets of water out, that'd be great. Like Patricia has done typing in preparation on the new Pyramids book. Man, what a weight off my mind, and that's gone ahead, right? And then there's other people doing other things. Sorry, I should have a list of all the thank yous here. I do apologise, but people are getting more and more involved. If you can write or draw or, I don't know, whatever you can think of, really. I tell you what I could really do is when to edit films. We've got about 30, 40 videos, not videos, complete video reports that just need editing and putting together. And I can help you learn a skill if you want to have a go at it. Anyway, there's me and Leg, alright? This is funny. We're not climbing up, by the way, in case you're wondering. I'm also shoving Ruth up there. And it's very unfair Ruth on the picture because we all went through the same collapsing procedure. It's so funny, I had to put in. So I was going to climb through this fence. The mound went up to Mynydd Dinas was up there. Bob, not being rude to Bob, I think he's the oldest in our group. He sort of leapt over. I carried his dog over, and I'm upset 'cause there's no picture of the dog on here. Beautiful dog. I love the dog, Blaze. I want to get a spaniel. He's gorgeous. So anyway, the pictures Tim took will have Blaze on. Obviously, Bob's taking the pictures, and Blaze didn't leave his side. So anyway, we got Blaze through, got Bob's just leapt over like a young gazelle, and we're all falling down this bank, grabbing the tree, and trying to stop people flying. With all our, well, we haven't got a lot of kit, I mean, let's be honest. We're not like, you know, professional camera crew going round. And then, does anybody remember the Disney cartoon of Winnie the Pooh with Tigger? Remember Tigger on the tree? Watch this. I'm very tempted to call Tim Tigger after this. about an inch off the ground, and he's hanging onto the tree there. Tim's going to be fiercely see. I'm like, holding him up. It's all right. Nah, he was cool. That's actually his leg there, but it is funny. And then these two are just laughing up there because those two are really, great at leaping over things. And this is Legolas. He sort of leapt down in one leap, swinging off the tree. And Steve just climbs and seems to quite enjoy falling if he has to, but he never does. So there we go. It's kind of fun we have. And there's me giving it full welly in there. Oh, he's catching up with the lag now. And there's me going on about something with a nice backdrop, and Tim being the impromptu cameraman. Look at that gorgeous fella there, eh? There we go. So thank you, back to me. So thank you, Bob, for those lovely pictures, man. I'm very pleased with those. Especially it's made me look so good, isn't it? What else we got here? We're not going to get to those kings, are we? No, we can save that for another time. Impossible ancient engineering. Are you back on me, I think? What else are we going to show? Oh, yeah, I've got it, yeah. We're going to do Malmatine laws and kings later. Oh, no, please don't come on and start talking to me. That's something I was looking at. Impossible ancient engineering. do we tell them about our ideas how we can build a pyramid, Arnie? Should we keep that for another time? Because we are going to do it.
Top secret and put a classified stamp on it. Top
secret with a classified stamp on it. How to build a pyramid. How to move. Some of those stones are like 100 tons, whatever. How do they get there? I think it worked out how they do it. And just to prove the point, we're going to build our own little pyramid in the garden. Should have done this during lockdown. You did keep nagging me, but I was busy, wasn't I? Let's try and get it done. And to prove the point, I'm going to do it with just my 3 not so small boys. 2 9-year-olds and 11-year-olds are going to build a pyramid. Some of those stones will be a ton. And no machinery. I think it's almost impossible to get machinery on my back garden, right? So this is going to be my big thing. I was going to drop it in the Megalithomania talk. I was going to go to Megalithomania. I was invited as a speaker. And partly off the back of Alan Wilson, to be honest, because he's the one they really want. And I was arranging it, and video feed, and a chat, and an interview. A lot of that's filmed, so I might share it here because it's getting old now. I don't think Hugh will mind because it's kind of out of date. And obviously the cameroglyphics, how to read hieroglyphs, this is going to be the big thing. And right at the end, I was going to drop in, oh, by the way, here's the pyramid we built. You see it, perfect joins. Everything's like airtight. Beautiful. And we can do it. So sometimes, like now and again, just to see people's theories on how they did it, alright? Not as clever as us, though, I don't think. But that's definitely, that's left field. I'm more concerned with getting Wilson and Blackett stuff out than my crazy ideas. But I do have a few, like Noah's Flood, how to build a pyramid, and a couple of other crazy things. Right, Mandy McCourt, I've got to mention Mandy. She's been absolutely brilliant. The amount of research this week has been enormous, but I need your help. What they do on the TV things, isn't it? Like Kitchener now, you got to look into the camera and engage people. Trying to learn better how to do this better, right? We got to find out more information about the helmets. See, I mentioned last week's feed, if you remember. Never mind, I haven't got time to get the book out. I think it was 1838, but it might have been later. They found the Ogmore helmets, obviously in Ogmore. And then the will being what it is, they've been transported to London for Antiquity Society. Some blokes give themselves a posh name. And they were, they disappeared, the helmets. Oh, would you believe it? What a strange thing, eh? There they are promoting this Saxon history and all the Welsh evidence goes. Now, it turns out, with the help of Mandy, there's been 2 or 3 other times that British helmets predating the Romans, okay, have been found. Some of them are quite magnificent. And where have they gone? Basically, where have they gone? Because you can find traces, the Gwent and Glamorgan Archaeological Trust, or is it Glamorgan and Gwent Archaeological Trust, which is now a limited company, charges for its services. There's a paywall of £35 to see their reports. And I'm thinking about whether I should pay the 35 quid or not, or if someone wants to pay it, and we also have a look. I've got a feeling there's been nothing interesting on there anyway, otherwise I just pay the 35 quid. All I'm going to do is give more details about the locations, because from what I've heard, the odds on getting a detailed report are slim. Slim or none, and Slim just left the room. So, because no one owns this, right? Same as the National Museum of Wales, St Fagans, National Museum, they don't own this stuff. It's a couple of thousand years old. They might want to become current custodians or guardians, keep it safe. Yep. They don't own it. There's no copyright. They've got no right to stop us seeing it. And what I think should happen, as happens all over the world, everything photographed from every angle on the internet, and we can just go and have a look at it on the internet, okay? And start campaigning for this. If people can look on the internet and find out we can access it, I want to find helmets and I want to find armour. This idea that the ancient British, when they're up against armoured soldiers, armed with swords and things, they went, hey, it's a battle, let's take all our clothes off, bit of blue paint and spiky hair and a smile will do. No, not for a second. Not for a second. Not in Wilson and Blackett's books. If these are descendants of Troy and they fought for hundreds of years, they had armour. It's the metal capital of the world, South Wales. Iron, copper, tin, everything. And when I say Wales, I'm including West Cornwall and Strathclyde. And the English, exactly the same, they weren't running around half naked. They can make chariots. They're sophisticated things, okay? So I want to find armour, helmets. Please, anyone help on that? It's frustrating, to say the least, all right? Because it's our history and we should have access and it should all be catalogued. Where's the stuff gone? We know one lot disappeared in Victorian times. Where's the more recent finds gone? Please help me find them. Get on the case. Arnie's typing away.
I'm having a Star Wars nerd argument. This guy thinks that the kid in Mandalorian is Baby Yoda.
Please don't argue Star Wars with Arnie. I'm giving up on that. He's like the Alan Wilson of Star Wars. Right, Llandilo, prehistory. Garncorch, again, Mandy. McCourt for this one. Just mentioned that, because do a walk soon. People want to come along on a walk. I'm thinking of doing this one, because Mandy says this might be the biggest of all the hill forts, okay? Llangadog and Llandilo. Oh, that's a bit further up mid Wales. We'll have to organise a trip for that one. I thought... the River Towie. I thought it was nearer South Wales. Right, maybe my mistake. Next week, next Saturday, I'm thinking, not definite yet, please stay in touch through the Facebook group or through messaging me. I'd rather the Facebook group. It's very hard to email everybody. Please accept, I'm getting a bit slow with replies. I do get, well over 100 a day, most days now, emails and messages. Do my best, all right? Now, thinking next Saturday, where I've never been, always wanted to go, is very near to where they spend millions promoting Kylie on, because it's Roman, They spend millions on it. Just a mile away, there's a hill fort. Supposed to be a hill fort. Alan Wilson mentions it. Not just Carmelin, which is where Tim went last week. And I've got to get the video sorted to have a video just on that and Tim's trip. But there's supposed to be a ring fort. When I say it's got the rings, it's supposed to have 5 rows of fortifications. My guess is we'll be lucky to see 3, because the houses are creeping up that hill. And it's really difficult to find. And I've looked for it a couple of times and I couldn't find it. I asked locals, they didn't know where he was. That's disappearing. And Carmelin and all that kind of stuff. This would be the fort. As I was talking about last, when was it? Earlier today or yesterday. The purpose of castles. If you're suppressing a population, like the Romans or Normans would be doing, you build your fort in town. Because you're controlling the market, you control the economy. Your police can go patrolling and you can go bashing people. And you can sleep at night. Hopefully without people creeping in and trying to do you in. Whereas if you're the castles of the people, like a Welsh castle in this instance, or an English castle, I'm talking more specifically about southeast Wales where there are hundreds of castles, the castle is defensive, so you put it on a high point away from the village, but where you can see invading armies coming. One is to defend against invading armies, one is to suppress people. Very different purpose. So Caerphilly, for example, you got the massive stone pile built by, De Clares or wherever it was, in the middle of Caerphilly. Enormous. So Cadw loves it. Loads of promotions and money spent on it. Up on the hill, behind the Travellers' Rest pub, on Thornhill, is the old British castle, because that's where you want a defensive castle, because you can see everything. You can see right over to the Severn, you can see the beacons, all the way over to Cadbury Hill. It's part of a defensive network, because you're looking for armies, not poor peasants to go and beat up. That one you can't even get access to anymore. There's a sign up saying private and the gate access denied. That used to be a public right of way. So this is serious, okay? This is happening all the time. Only a few years ago, you could go up and have a look at that castle. And I think there's other ways in, and I will be going up there, and I need to find out who to complain to. Adrian, who I mentioned earlier, I think I called him Adrian. Probably wrong Adrian. We all know who he is. Sorry, Adrian. My buddy Adrian. I've forgotten his surname. That Adrian. Lewis. No, Adrian. That's the darts player, isn't it? Adrian. We need your help here because that's in your jurisdiction. I think it's in Torvine. You're a councillor. You get votes. It's 9 o'clock. Wow. And that access needs to be opened up. That was a public right of way. Someone's got no right to block that off and put a private sign on it. Okay? And I want to go up there. I'm going to go up there. And I want other people to start making a fuss. We're over 1,000 members on Facebook. 800 members here. We need to hear more noise. Okay? Please, 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 as much as we love people watching and enjoying the information, get involved, contribute. No question is too stupid, right? If you feel something you don't understand, just say. Just say. Because I am more guilty than anybody of being so involved in a subject, and as people I've been speaking to for years about it, we start talking about some little detail that everyone else has got someone new to this has got no idea what we're on about. And just ask, all right? Because we can either cover it then or refer you to the forum and tell you where the thing is you can read up on it. There's quite a backlog of videos I've made, so I can say, oh, have a look at this video, this will explain it to you. And then more people can join in because we need everyone contributing and joining in. It's the opposite of a closed shop. What's the opposite of a closed shop, Anne?
Pardon?
What's the opposite of a closed shop?
An open shop.
Yeah, open shop. It's an open shop. Thanks. Yeah, obviously, isn't it? There's another one from Adrian. There we go. He's got your name on your Adrian. I've forgotten your surname. I'm going to forget your surname. Speak to you every blasted day. There we are. I quite like this. Carbon dating. You look older in your pictures. I've been under a lot of pressure. Thank you for that one. Very quickly. This caves. We'll get on to it next week. This is the underground city. This could be more about Tolkien. Look at this. This is all underneath South Wales. It's the biggest cave system in Europe. One of the biggest in the world, right? Okay, so have a look for this. Find it yourself because we're running out of time. Just look for it. There you are. Something like that. Inside huge network of caves or something. Okay? Come on, computer. Keep up. Iron Age Bronze Cup. I've already gone through all that. Archaeology. Can we have access, please? Dixie Thomas, I'm very sorry. There's no one in the lounge you want me to look at. I'm going to have to go through that next week. But I have got things. And, this is Tim Lewis. I wanted to show this. I'm going to have to try this again. See if we can get the video to run a bit. Because he's done another little bit of video, yeah? They're fantastic. And they don't get enough coverage. Come on. Where's the video should come up? Here it comes. Alright.
It's a very wet, windy, miserable day just to the south side of this Vane Ridge, which you can't even really see.
Carmelin, by the way.
The weather's so bad and the clouds so low. But this is the site that I thought you'd like to see of where Wilson and Blackett believed that Carmelin was. This is Yellow Wells Farm. I'm on a public footpath and obviously respectfully will stay there. But it is the most fascinating site, and I just thought you'd like to see it even on a miserable day like this.
I hope you could hear that. Carmelin, of course, being the idea being Carmelin, becoming Camelot, and you can see Paul Hartel, other people in the Facebook group added more stuff about it. And if you are trying to find it, there's all the references. Pause the video. Sorry, I did that really fast, didn't I? Hang on. Thank you, Tim. He's much better than me at providing all the useful information to go with the video. That's what I could do with an editor. So wants to help edit the videos, please, and put useful information in with the videos. It really is so helpful. Other people want to see the sites and see what's going on, yeah? Okay, and I guess that's the LiDAR information there. So thank you very much, Tim, for that. Keep them coming. I showed that already. And this is the live stream. This is where we are. Back to me again. This is kind of what I see. Alright, so hang on. Let's go back to... Oh, I can see some... Oh, here we go. Yoda's born long before the Empire. Right, well, I think the lag's come down a bit. Anyway, time is almost up. So, Ancient Kings of Wales is going to be next week. Or you can buy the Trojan War book and find out about it. Malmatine laws. I'm going to do one because... there's one which... hang on. I just wanted to mention... Desperately trying to keep politics out of this, but... There's something just leapt out at me. That's something I have to read. If I hadn't lost my glasses. There's my glasses, Arnie. Thank you. Right. Malmatine Laws. This is from Prehistoric London by E.O. Gordon, one of my favourite books. I should show you the real cover, shouldn't I, instead of my protective cover. Because this book is quite old. There it is. Usually get them for a few quid. On eBay or something. Right, it's going back to the old law code, which I think originally is like 600-700 BC originally, and it's the lawgiver Malmutius. So I'll just read this quickly. We're going to run over a bit on the time. I'm sure no one minds. We have it on the authority of the great legal writers Fortescue and Coke that the Malmutine laws have been always regarded as the foundation and bulwark of British liberties, and have remained from his time the common, unwritten or native laws of the island, as distinguished from the Roman, the canon, and other codes of foreign introduction. A glance at the selection we append will show how many of these still remain in force. The Druidic civil laws, now for the first time systemised and reduced to a written code, are eminently distinguished for their clearness, brevity, justice, and humanity. One of their strongest recommendations is that they are so simple as to be intelligible to all degrees of men and minds. Well, there's something to think about with modern law, yeah? Anybody can read these laws and understand them. King Alfred, it is recorded, employed to describe Asa, a Welshman. Oh, it says, yeah, learned Welsh monk from Menevia, which is apparently St. David's, whom he afterwards, blah, 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 to translate the Malmutine wards from the Celtic tongue, as he calls it here, into Latin. So from Welsh into Latin, so he can make his own Anglo-Saxon code. I'm not going to go through them all, but the first basic civil liberty of any British person is there are 3 tests of civil liberty: equality of rights, equality of taxation, freedom to come and go. There we are. So that struck me as being quite poignant. That law's been around for about 2,600 years, and it just went. And there's lots more on that. And I want to talk about the old kings as well. So maybe I'll do it in the week on that one. Right, okay. We're over 9 o'clock. We've run over. Remember to subscribe to Arnie Presents. So hang on a second. What's going on here? Oh, excellent. So Mona's mentioned... Yes, Monica. Sorry, Mona says Monica, the full name. Translate the whole story of Keir Melling in your German book too. Yes, please. Please send us an update and I will give that a plug. Yes, wunderbar. Wunderbar, Monica. Schön. Das ist gut, yeah. What we got here? Yes, Arnie, they are very... Oh, okay. Talking food with Monica. Oh, yeah, thank you. Here's one from Lego. The marble chunks are at Caermead Palace, North Atlantic Major. The other WB candidate for Camelot. Yeah, so... yes. I was reading about that the other day, funny enough, and I think the difference is... They're both right in a way, because you got Carmelin could be the seat of justice and whatever, whereas the place at Caermead seems to be in the mansion, I believe. And according to the book by Chris Barber, which has got a lot of good stuff in it, I'm sorry I gave him a bit of a hard time earlier, but that's only part of the book. There's a lot of good stuff in it as well. And Caermead was a royal residence from way before Roman times, and they were supposed to have been upgraded to a Roman-style villa. Didn't become Roman style. And then lived in possibly until the comet in 560s, whatever, flattened it, okay? I don't know. But the curious thing was that I think that area, Bonvilton, for example... Oh, here's a quick... Here we go. I got three quiz questions this week. One... This is not really history, so this is just a bonus one, alright? I put the name on the bottom and just realised that gives it away a bit, doesn't it? Does anyone know who this is I've drawn? The person involved rather liked it. I'll give you a clue. He's one of my science heroes. In fact, it's the only clue I'm going to give you. You should recognise it for that. It's quite a good drawing, really. A good likeness, I should say. Just check you can see it on the playback. A bit of a 20-second delay. Come on. God, it's more than 20 seconds now, and it's got even slower. Can you see it on the picture there? Oh, it's a bit bright, isn't it? Hang on. I have to turn the lights off. I'll go dark, but hopefully you can see the picture better now. Oh, it would have been tough before, wouldn't it? I have to hope that works. And if you can't, sorry, I'm apologising for that. Yeah, you can see enough, I think, on the screen. Now you can. Now you can. All right, that's question 1 for a full house, all right? Question 2. Where's my questions? Oh, yeah, the answer to last week. How many people... Oh, someone got it on the YouTube comments. I was supposed to say, yeah, well done, and give you a name check. And I was looking it up, and I forgot. Awfully sorry. Anyway, for those who don't know, you can find out more about it in, again, Prehistoric London, this great book, which I keep plugging, even though I don't sell, page 137. Anyway, some of them call them telescope walls, which gives you a clue. The question was, if you went here last week, the wells that go all the way down, they hit water, but they're not dug for water. Why are they dug? Why is it the deeper the better, am I right? But deeper the better. Well, the idea is, of course, if you make a very long, narrow shaft, unless you're directly above, you can't see all the way down to the bottom. Well, does that make sense? At an angle, you're going to see. So the deeper it is, and the narrower it is, the more of a smaller area, if you like, can be seen at the bottom. So the deeper the better, the narrower the better. And what that allows you to do then is look for certain stars to pass above. So they seem to have had an astronomical use. Have I lost my glasses again? It's been a running joke, this. An astronomical use, and there's a bit of poetry here. We're talking about Merlin here, yeah? The most famous man of all those times, Merlin, who knew the range of all their arts, who had built the king his haven, ships and walls, was also bard and knew the starry heavens. The people called him wizard. That's my Richard Burton impression, by the way, in case you're wondering. So anyway, that's the basic principle of the wells, and I will do more on that sometime, I'm sure. It's great, very interesting. What a brilliant idea, isn't it? So if you're doing... some wells might have been so cleverly constructed, it's only like once a year when a certain thing goes above it, and you look over the top and it shines, you know that's the day. And clever stuff. Way beyond my mind, but I get an idea of the principles. Right, so here's go. 2 questions. So possibly Lodge Hill in Caerleon on Saturday, if you want to come along for a walk and have a look. Be in movies, man, make you famous. Right. The other question is... Did I say 3 questions? What's the other question gone? On that one? On this one? Anyway. Can anyone remember, or does anyone find out the name, when Wales, as a country, with the old Chaldean principle, is divided into 4 corners, and then there is a 5th county in the middle. So just to explain the question a bit better, in Ireland, we have the 4 main counties. So my brain's not in gear for remembering them all today. Leinster, Munster, the 4 big ones. And there's look at stick like a very important teacher. Point at people. And in the middle, there's a very small one called Meath, which is actually the centre where everyone come together. So can everyone remember what the 5th one is? I have mentioned it a few videos ago, and some people knew already. Find it. There's an obscure one for you. And I thought I had another question. Where's it gone? I'll tell you what, the blinking brilliant question would be, where's those blasted helmets gone? Or can anyone find some armour in a museum or something so we can get a picture of it? Yep. Yeah, Lego's bang on the money again. Yeah, the marble glistening in the sun. And Alan Hassel, did some great YouTube videos. And I'm going to finish on Alan Hassel because... I said Danny Boy now for my Richard Burton. Thank you. Hello, Broadstock, Danny Boy. Danny Boy, this is Broadsword. Yeah, fantastic. My favourite war film. Where Eagles Dare, in case you're wondering, okay? Best, but to the British, very simple. That's fantastic. We could do Clint Eastwood as well. But Richard Burton for now is in that film, and it's very important. Right, now what we're going to do is completely throw myself. What was I going to say, on? Gone. Completely gone. Completely gone. I was about to say something and I saw the Richard Burton comment and I've lost it. Anyway, get busy, get active. Alexander Thom. Rob's just put Alexander Thom with a question mark. What's that about? Right, okay. And I try and see if I can scroll back through. See, I can't scroll back through the comments or anything. Can you scroll at the comments? Come on, let's wrap up. Let's see what people have been talking about, shall we? You're seriously talking about Frankfurters, Arnie? Frankfurters, great.
It's because it's Germany and they make the best Frankfurters.
And the best sausages, I know. You're a big sausage fan. What did I see? A really funny German joke the other day. What was the German joke we saw, Arnie? About the sausages?
Oh yes, they're saving the sausages and the cheese. In Germany, they're holding.
Hang on, I put the microphone to microphone. There you go, Mike. Go on.
In Germany, they're holding back sausages and cheese from the public. They're saving them for a worst Casa scenario.
First Casa scenario. There you go, just for you, Monica, right? First Casa scenario. Oh, I liked it anyway. Arnie liked it, we liked it, didn't we, Arnie? Plus I should have drawn it out. First Casa scenario. I can't pass that, really. That's brilliant. Look at the cave. Which cave? Oh, yeah, those caves. Thank you. So it's right. Okay. Oh, it was so much fun tonight. I want to stay on, but I can't go through all the kings everything. It's way too heavy and serious, and I've forgotten my last question was. When I write it down, I always write everything down. I've done the solutions. What's the 5th county? Lodge Hill. Garncorch. All right. Okay. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Anyway, going to try and wrap it up now. I've been under orders. Stop, don't go on. Don't keep rambling on. You just ramble. I'm not even ranting. I'm just rambling now. Oh yeah, it was a rant. I was about to have a rant about something. Yeah. That doesn't matter. Let's just try. Let's try and get us 1,000 members on YouTube. Then we can do a lot more with the channel. Order books if you like, and please, if you want to do more in this project, if you want to do more, there is so much to do. As I was discussing with Bob just yesterday, I put down as 12 subject areas the Wilson and Blackett cover. 12! Like ancient Greece, bloody Egyptians and ancient chronology, Trojan Wars. What are you doing? Oh, you're going to miss my flow again. He's got a bit mad, I think. Honestly, I don't let my children drink. I know it seems like that. He's not allowed alcohol yet. He just doesn't need it, alright? Alright, so you got ancient times, Egypt, Troy, I don't know, Arthur the First, all that kind of... Oh yeah, the migrations, the Christian stuff and the movements and the crucifixion, the myth of Rome, myth of an Anglo-Saxon conquest, the comet. I give up. Anyway, it's about 12... There's been 12 volumes going to be produced. Each one is a subject. Each one of those is a lifetime's work. How on earth Wilson and Blackett did it all, I simply have no idea. I mean, they didn't even have much computer technology. The books are hand-typed. The notes are giving me a blasted hand-typed, and that's a pain. And we want more typing done as well. I give up now. Arnie's in a very... he doesn't look like a boy about to go to bed, does he? Uh-oh, so we're going to kick off. Anyway, right, so... Thank you for the sympathy there from Jarden. Yeah, 100 emails there. Yes, a lot more than that, actually. I was just thinking, it's 100 emails plus all texts and whatevers. I am really hoping. Rob Bevan's done a good job. He's put me in touch with some, do you call them famous people? They're kind of famous, people on YouTube who you might have seen the videos for. And hopefully going to come on next week and have a chat. Although... To be honest, if they were waiting to come on and have a chat, they wouldn't have got much chance, would they? Somehow, without anyone else talking to me, I've managed to talk for a whole hour and 20 minutes and not stopped. And I'm going to try and keep up some music. Thank you for the comments again. Thank you for watching. It's been brilliant to have you on board. If no one was watching this and commenting, then it wouldn't be worth doing. and we'll have to think of some other way. So I'm glad that people enjoy this. Please send through suggestions for discussion points. I've tried to cover as many as possible. Who else do I want to thank? Peter Smith, yes. Adrian. Price. It is Price. It's not Price. I've written your name down wrong. That's the problem. David Morgan for the information on Maridinas, where we went yesterday, trying to work out, was this the first ancient settlement of the Britons? It's time to amend our views now. And this was the important thing I was going to say. It's not that important, but just to make a point that the problem with mainstream academia, and I finish with a serious point now, serious head on, serious head, do a button up, serious head, right? Is you get the story, the narrative, and then you make damn sure everything you find fits it. We can't be like that, alright? Even with Wilson and Blackett's work, whatever, people are going to disagree and ideas are going to need to change. They're geniuses, alright? All that stuff will change, but at some point some of it will be found to be wrong or something. It's not blasphemous or sacrilegious. This is not a cult. There's not one way only, or things can't be said. We look at things. And one good example was my theory, really, that Robert Lego had a theory about the landing in Manathinas, and then we sort of jumped to the assumption that for some reason then they go and live up on the hill where it's safe. Now I talked to Bob Morgan, who's looked at more the detail of it and the LiDAR, and he's found there's no ground penetrating stuff, in case you're not aware of it. You can look a few feet down and you find traces of ancient walls or whatever, some sign that someone lived there before, okay? There's none of that. There's no real signs of any defences or ditches and those kind of things, so it seems very unlikely they did actually live up on the top. So, no point getting upset or annoyed or defensive about it. That's an idea. Doesn't seem to have worked out. What we think does work out, though, and still we'd love to do, is that they probably lived down on the ground level, on the flat bit, because there you've got the two rivers guarding your flanks, mountain behind you, sea in front, you're like a safe box, and you could move up to the hill for times of safety and refuge. And I still have a sneaky feeling of some kind of citadel or building or enclosure up there, and we found the walls, as you'll see on the video when Manathinas video comes out. Those are videos coming out as fast as I can get them edited, so help for that please if you can. And then we got Arthur videos coming out, more site visits coming out, more check out the Trump one if you haven't already. It's a bit of fun. You can see how you can read hieroglyphics and you can see Donald Trump as an Egyptian god. Anyway, so there we go. I'm running out of steam now. Voice starting to run out. You see that's impossible. So thank you everyone. I see lots of chat. I will leave things running so the conversation continue for another quarter of an hour or so. And I'll leave you in the capable hands of Baron Blackett and his brother, who sadly passed away some time ago, very tragically. So this will be their one and only album, and it should be on sale already from their website. I just need to go up there and collect the CDs. There you are. Enjoy the music anyway, I certainly do. This one's a bit somber. People think about getting involved, being active, and if you can, put a few pounds a month in on the Patreon. Just look up Britain's Hidden History on Patreon. You'll find the page. £3 a month would be great, because we want to set foundations, we want to do things, we want to get books out, we want to get videos out, and we need some. It's going to run out because my savings are running out. We need some help. All right, we need something coming back in. So there we are. Till the next time. Hope everyone enjoyed that. Like finishing on a nice, happy, positive note. Get fit, walk up some hills, send me the videos, and I'll be quite happy to put them up. And whew, where'd that last hour and a half go? It flew by, just for me. Hope it did for you. Thank you very much, Arnie, for your assistance.
I feel tired.
Was it interference in there, wasn't it? Thanks for your interference, Arnie. And for distracting everybody with nonsense talk and gibberish about Star Wars. Although, oh yeah. Middle Earth. More on that. Please, remind me next week. Middle Earth. You've got more wonderful findings about Middle Earth and South Wales. That's another one. Anyway. Okay, enough from me. Stop waffling, Ross. See if I can get the right thing to come on the screen. Goodbye, strange child. Okay, bye all. Until next week. Oh, well. No, I can't do that. I can't go to shit because the sayonara. I can't even beat with a blank screen, can I? What happened was it was held on my cloud thing. So as a result, I turned the cloud off. The software can no longer access the picture. Any suggestions for pictures? You don't know what I got. That black screen will. God, my computer's very slower now with the stream running and everything, and the music running. I'm trying to get a picture up. I can't just leave that black screen. That's awful. Right, here we go. Let's think of a good one. Come on, it's got to be something to do with Alan Wilson. I've got a picture of Alan Wilson. Come on, I must have a picture. Oh, that's the wrong computer. Hopefully some slightly more cheerful music next track. It's going through the album. Alright. North Star All. Am I too late, Anthony Mitchell? Are you too late? We're still on British summertime, mate. I know what happens when the clocks go back. By the way, oh yeah, it's going to be UK time, okay? Not summertime. It'll stay on UK time. It won't suddenly become 7 o'clock in the UK or whatever. That's a way away yet. Great, the album hasn't played now. Oh, it was going so well, wasn't it? I was like a pro, I was earlier. Play the album. Talk amongst yourselves, folks. Anyway, people say good night. Yes, good nights. Enjoy the chat. Leave some comments. Bye, everyone. Another interesting exchange of info. Thank you, Alan. Yeah. If I get that lag down, make it a bit more two-way and get this interview next week. Right, what am I doing now? Ah, here's a good one. Here we are. There's a good one. Now that picture there. Is that going to help us? No, I think my computer's just died completely. So unless you're me singing. Oh yeah, no one commented on my singing. The Welsh flag meme. So I thought would be taking off around the world and being viral of me singing the first line of the Welsh national anthem. If anyone got a new game, it's a bit late. I know we've closed down. Don't worry, no more information. I promise, because people switch off and they get upset when they say they've missed something. Does if people want to have a crack at what was I going to say? Singing the first line of the Welsh national anthem. Now I use that in my Welsh flag memes, which I drop into my videos. Right? There'll be me sometimes. You get one go if you send a quick recording of you singing. You know. My hair nod when I die and I know I leave it. That's it. That's all you got to send in, okay? Right. This is a very long goodbye. It's painful, isn't it? Come on, computer. Why am I drinking tea? I need something stronger when this goes on. Right. Supposed to be a bit more upbeat. And I'll be turning off. I need to get some slick sign off, don't I? Ah, well, computer's locked up. I'm not going to start any more new subjects. It's not for people who've logged out. Come on, computer. La 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 la. Hallelujah. That hurt my ears. See, now with the lag, I can't tell if you're referring to my singing or it must be my singing, innit? Yeah, thanks. Well, from Richard Burton, no, it's a good night. A cold, dark, black night. Even though it was the middle of July. No, it's August, sorry. Even though it was August. Still, the chill was in the air, and you could tell the valleys would be cold again tonight. This is not a time for tents of canvas. It was a time for stone and warm fires burning on the hearth into the midnight, with a black, black anthracite coal, hewn from the ground by the sweat and the toil of men, small men, squeezed into tiny scenes, hewing by day, bringing the rocks from the soil that would bring heat and be go round the world, a message from the valleys to keep a warm welcome. So next time you put your coal on your fire, think of this, those who sit in warmth and comfort, that someone much colder than you was below the ground, hearing that from the very bowels of the earth, just to give you comfort. They went through great discomfort, and for the pay that a mouse could hardly live on. Come on, music! Okay, I might just have to call it there, I think, because it's not hit pending. Hey.
Sell her my soul tonight. Don't say I'm not your kind. If you think I look okay, see me the next day.
I'm going to put...
Can't you
I think everyone's
realize
gone now.
I see
Good.
through your disguise?
I think everyone's good night to all.
Every move you make,
Thank you, Anthony. Glad you enjoyed the videos.
while observing you.
If I could work out
Won't
for
you feel okay? Sell her my soul tonight. Don't say I'm not your kind. If you think I look okay, see me the next day. Can't you realize I see through your disguise? Every move you make, I'm standing here while observing you. Won't you feel okay? Or stuck up and feeling moody, the onus is on you. Whoa, the feeling's just electrifying, making your own way bust. Why can't you understand me?
Yeah, it's playing up a bitch on the screen. Okay, good night for me, North Star.
So
I get my children to bed. Good night. Dark night it is. You can tell that we're no longer in the middle of summer. Lights not exactly drawing in, but coming longer. Hey, North Star, till next week. Hello.
Standing here while observing you. Won't you feel okay? Like vomit there, avoided like a plague. In the devil's eyes, would he give me bad advice? Every move he fakes, I'll be down and a punch of Lucifer. He'd probably make me stay. Yes, yes, yes.
Such a bad man's town. A transit station shaking on the railroad tracks. can hear them coming. Street dogs wait for you. What am I gonna do? There's a guy and a girl driving down the highway. You can tell. Even in the misty rain. Yeah, the state can't beat me. I am going down. They told me they never give a second I'd even break. Undergo frustration.
Undergoing frustration. On the fast line today, and I ain't giving up. I need a bit help, and I'm gonna get it now. You see me all the way.
Stinking in the trench, stalking like a leech. It could conceive your conscience, all this for the bitch. But what is the use? Dying like a fool. Would they give me credit, deserve ashes, or just to tally up? But you know, no, never know. This scarlet fever makes me fall. Rest in habitus, see things in jails brew. Sell me a Fargo, mister, let me stay at home. Then I pawn my watch, my pelvis aches and down. Saw too many things, piece of cheese before the blast had come. That's the only way. That's the only way. I feel tired. Carnius, carotid, carnius. smoking trash, sleeping in no quiet. Being gravity could not reach me. Was it class to fight? But what's the syllable? Would it set my soul? Brashness counts a lot. For what calendars could I keep or took?
Still be there. If you are changing messages, change an email quickly. The show's about to come to an end. Thank you, Baron. Young Baron, very good. Have a pipe, bud.